All right, let's talk data science. In this world, there are two names you hear over and over and over again: R and Python. They are the absolute heavyweights, the main tools that everyone uses to make sense of all this data flying around. But here's the thing, they're not the same, not by a long shot. So today, we're going to put them head to head, an ultimate showdown to help you figure out which one is the right tool for you. Let's do this.
Think about it. We are just drowning in data. It's everywhere. It's behind the scenes of scientific breakthroughs. It's what decides the products you see in ads. It even curates your Spotify Discover Weekly playlist. I mean, trying to make sense of this flood of information, it's not just some niche challenge anymore. It's honestly one of the most critical skills you can have. And you can't do it alone. You need some serious tools to pull out the important stuff from all that background noise.
And that brings us right back to our main event. So, which tool is right for the job? You've got these two giants, R and Python. But like we said, you can't just swap one for the other. So, where do you even start? How are you supposed to choose?
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the why, the data deluge. Then we'll meet our contenders, R and then Python. After that, it's the main event, a head-to-head comparison. We'll also look at who uses what, and then we'll try to reach a final verdict. Let's jump in.
All right, first up, the data deluge. We have to set the stage here because the amount of information being created every single second is just mind-boggling. And that's exactly why we need tools like R and Python more than ever to cut through all that complexity. So let's meet our first contender. This is R, the statistician's choice. I love this analogy. If data science was university, R would absolutely be the tenured professor in the stats department. It's been around, it knows its stuff, and it's highly respected. And when I say it's been around, I mean it. It was developed way back in 1993. And from day one, R was built for one thing and one thing only: statistics. The official definition here really nails it. It's an integrated suite of software facilities. Basically, a complete toolkit made just for handling, analyzing, and visualizing data. You know, the best way to think about R is to imagine a specialist's laboratory. It's this super focused, purpose-built environment. Everything inside is designed for one thing: running complex statistical analyses and making really, really good charts and graphs. All the tools you need for that deep dive are right there, perfectly organized. And here, you can actually see what that lab looks like in practice. This is RStudio, which is how most people use R. See how it's all laid out? You've got your code over here, and then boom, your plots and your data files show up right there next to it. It's all integrated, all designed to keep you focused on the analysis without jumping between a million different windows. Okay, time to meet contender number 2, Python, the all-purpose powerhouse. And if R is that specialist lab, then think of Python as this huge, sprawling workshop. You can build anything in there, and it just so happens that one section of this workshop has become this incredible world-class data science hub. Right away, the official description tells you everything you need to know about its appeal. It's easy to learn and powerful. That's the magic combination. Seriously, its focus on being simple and readable is legendary. It's why Python has totally exploded in popularity, not just for data, but for, well, pretty much everything in tech. And this versatile workshop idea is so important to understanding Python. See, unlike R, it didn't start its life as a data language. It was just a general language for building stuff. But then, its amazing community built all these powerful add-on tools for data analysis, machine learning, you name it. So what's its secret sauce? Well, first off, it's super easy to pick up, it runs on any computer, and it's totally free. But the real power, the real game changer, is its libraries. Think of libraries as toolkits you can just plug in. You've got pandas for wrangling data, NumPy for lightning-fast math, and then the heavy hitters like Keras and TensorFlow, which basically put the power of AI and machine learning right at your fingertips. That ecosystem is just incredible. All right, introductions are over. It is time for the main event. Let's get R and Python in the ring side by side and see how they really, truly compare. You know, it all boils down to their core philosophy. R is a specialist, through and through. It was literally born to do data analysis. Python, on the other hand, is a generalist. It's the Swiss Army knife of programming. It can build websites, automate your boring tasks, and it just so happens to have become incredibly good at data science too. Okay, so where do they each have the edge? Well, R is an absolute master when it comes to deep statistical analysis and making stunning, professional-looking graphs. There's this one tool, ggplot2, that is just legendary for building visualizations.
Python's turf, though, it's the undisputed king of machine learning and AI, thanks to libraries like Keras and TensorFlow. Plus, and this is a big one, since it's a general-purpose language, it's way easier to take a machine learning model you built and actually integrate it into a real-world app or a website.
Let's make this super practical. Just look at the code for a really simple task, creating a list. In R, the code looks a little, well, statistical. It's very specific. In Python, you just use square brackets. It looks more like plain English. You can immediately see how Python's general purpose, make it simple philosophy shows up, even in a single line of code. It's often just more intuitive for someone brand new to program.
Okay, enough theory. Let's talk about the real world. Where do you actually find these languages being used? Who is using what out there?
R really shines in any field where the main goal is to explore and communicate what the data is saying. Think about academic research, or the pharmaceutical industry when they're analyzing clinical trials, or even in data journalism. Basically, any place where you need a rock-solid statistical analysis and a really clear chart to explain it, that's where you're going to find R. Python, on the other hand, it pretty much runs the modern tech world. I mean, look at this list. Google, Netflix and its famous recommendation engine, NASA, Dropbox, Spotify. When you're building massive, complex systems that need to scale and have data analysis built right into their core, Python is the undisputed champion.
So, we've looked at where they came from, what they're good at, and who uses them. Which brings us to the moment of truth. What is the final verdict?
This is it. The big question. R versus Python. Who wins? Who's the champion?
And the truth is, it's a trick question. Asking which one is better is just the wrong way to look at it. There isn't one winner. The real winner is the data scientist who has both of these in their toolkit and knows which one to grab for the job at hand. You use R when you need that deep statistical analysis, and you use Python when you need to build and scale a machine learning model. It's never been about R versus Python. The pros know it's about R and Python.
But that leaves us with one last kind of wild thought to chew on. With AI assistants writing more and more of our code, you have to wonder, are we even going to be having this debate in 10 years? Or is it possible that the next big thing in data won't even be a programming language at all? Something to think about.